A big, bold, beautiful journey on the surface looks like it's some kind of a trippy movie with mysterious doors that may or may not be real. It's giving sci-fi or dream vibes, at least that's what I was taking from it. And yeah, that part of the movie is very much in there. This movie has that mysterious aspect going on. But what makes this movie truly feel special is not the magical doors leading to the past, but rather the idea of these two people, both so impacted by the hardships that life has thrown at them, coming together and finding a new reason to feel hope. It's a story about rising above our worst days, looking towards the future, and finding that companion in life that really makes those harder times, those future harder times, easier and more manageable. But should you see this film in cinemas? Let's discuss. Before I get too far into this video, I do want to let you guys know that I have included a link in the description to get you guys a discount on NORDVPN. When you're going through the internet, you want to make sure you're having that anonymity so that people aren't tracking your every single move. And with NORDVPN, you're getting that anonymity. And with this code that I've put into the description, you're going to save a lot of money on that subscription. So check that out down below if you're curious about being anonymous on the web. Now, jumping back into the movie, we've all seen a movie trailer that really moved us, right? I know I for sure have. In fact, I've seen multiple movie trailers that really made me feel like, okay, I need to see this. This looks like it's going to be a truly transformative experience. And when I saw the trailer for this movie, I was thinking, wow, this movie is going to touch me in the feels in a way that I really could probably use, because I have my own past traumas that I have been spending most of my adult life trying to get over. And so the idea of this movie about these doors and seeing these two characters go into the past, it really did pique my interest, and I was really excited to see it. But having finally seen this film, I have to say this is one example where the trailer just offers more than the actual movie really does end up doing. And that's not unusual, right? There's been a lot of movies that had fantastic trailers, but the movies ended up being just okay. And I think that that's kind of what's going on here. A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey stars Colin Farrell and Margot Robbie and shows us two people that are both being held back by their past traumas. Both of these people have events that have happened in their life that is holding them back from becoming their true potential. And even though Colin Farrell's character in this movie is no spring chicken, it's never too late to try to confront the things that are holding us back and rise against them. And so by some mysterious force, call it destiny or maybe even Cupid, these two characters find each other and they start to understand not only more about their past, but also more about who they are and who they are for each other, and whether or not they're meant to actually be together. Now, starting with what this movie does right, it's got Colin Farrell and Margot Robbie. Colin Farrell is an excellent actor who is more than capable of a wide range of types of roles. He had a lot of different unique roles just this past year, and he really has continued making a name for himself as one of the best actors in Hollywood. He can do action, he can do thrillers, and he can do drama, and he does this movie so well. His character is totally believable and someone that you can really connect with. As someone who has definitely, like I said, those past mistakes that I wish I could go back and change, it does feel like sometimes it weighs down on you and holds you back and keeps you like a car stuck in the mud. And you can see that with Colin Farrell's character, and I thought he did a really fantastic job in this movie, and he has really solid chemistry with Margot Robbie. Now, I'm assuming Margot Robbie is popular to a lot of people for playing Harley Quinn in the DCU or the DCEU, but she is way more than just that clown prince's, ex-girlfriend. She has a lot to offer in the world of Hollywood, and she does a great job in this movie. She really comes off as a woman who you could see, yes, she is very pretty. On the surface, it seems like she should be on top of everything, that the world should just be rolling out the red carpet for her, and yet you find out in this movie that it's not all it's cracked up to be being this pretty person. She has her own fair share of issues that she is trying to work through, and it's just kind of inspiring seeing how well she did in this movie. As a matter of fact, I like this version of Margot Robbie way more than I did seeing her as Harley Quinn. She did a great job as Harley Quinn, and she was very memorable in the role, but I think seeing her taking on characters like this and movies like this are way more interesting to me, and I think she really excelled in this film. So yeah, I liked the part of the story of these two characters coming to terms with their past and, connecting with each other and going through this journey of self-reflection and introspectiveness together. It really did illustrate the importance of having someone in your life, and I thought that was a very pretty and beautiful part of the story. I guess pretty is not the right word. That's a That's how you describe an item. That's not, but it was a very beautiful part of the story, and it really did, you know, it's one of the best parts of this movie. But one of the worst parts about this movie is the pacing. In fact, the pacing in this movie is just utterly slow, and I am not somebody who needs a fast-paced movie. I don't mind movies that take their time and develop the story, so long as it feels like there's exciting things happening throughout the movie. And this movie just felt like it was moving at a glacial pace at its own detriment. So for me, this movie is not worth seeing in cinemas. This is very much a stream at home kind of movie. I wouldn't even pay too much money to watch it because it doesn't have that impact that you're looking for. If you really want to see a real good movie about introspectiveness and about companionship, and that has that trippy vibe, then something like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which by the way is right there on my wall. Now that is a movie that really stands out, and that's what I thought this movie was going to remind me of. And it really was trying to do that, I think. It had the weird trippiness going on that reminds you of Charlie Kaufman or Michel Gondry, but it was just lacking in the overall pacing. And as a matter of fact, it also didn't have a very memorable music score. And if it had a better musical score, it would have helped sell these scenes, these quieter scenes, and made them a bit more, you know, easy to get into. A musical score is a really important part of a movie, and it's so much it's just so missed in this movie. The score in this movie, it's just okay, I guess. I can't even say that it really stuck out to me, and that's a problem for me. It's a big problem, and I think it didn't help this movie's pacing or the overall feel of it at all. So for me, this movie is a 6 out of 10, unfortunately, and I went into this movie thinking it was going to be a 10 out of 10. Imagine my surprise when I started checking my watch and thinking, oh my god, this movie is not living up to everything I hoped it would be. I had way higher expectations, and it just simply didn't live up to those expectations. It has a great story, and I like the message about it, and I love these two actors in these roles. I thought they did a fantastic job. The chemistry between Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell is fantastic. But I think that the pacing is just too slow to maintain an interest, at least for me. So it's got that score of 6 out of 10, that's what I'm giving it. But it also has a watch score of 2 because I kept checking my watch and seeing how much time is left on this film. And if you're really engaged in a movie, you're not checking your watch. You're sitting there thinking, oh my god, the movie's already over, the credits are already rolling. That's not the case with this movie. I was thinking I'm ready for it to be over just because it could have been a lot better. It let me down, guys. This movie really did let me down. If you guys saw it, please put your thoughts on it in the comments and let me know. What did you think of it? You know, maybe you think I'm being too harsh. I promise I don't need fast-paced movies, but I also need the movie to at least land, and this movie just didn't seem like it landed with me. That's my thoughts on it. Again, put your thoughts on it in the comments. If you liked this video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to hear more things from me, I think you know what to do, guys. You need to subscribe to this channel. Later.